Okay, let's just make sure everything's working. Okay, let's just make sure everything. All right, audio is good. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Malin. Welcome to part 4 of the Madden 25 Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild. As you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, I'm feeling better than I was at this time last week. I'm still having some drainage, and I'm still having some, sniffles, if you will. It's just the time of the weather changing to fall fully and everything like that. So, last episode, when I was doing the Cowboys rebuild, it was probably noticeable how stopped up I was, and how much my nose was running and all that type of stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm not completely better, but my allergies still bother me just a tiny bit. But I'm getting way better. Like today is the best that I felt in probably the last week. I mean, I worked this past week, and for the most part, I was pushing through it. But felt good enough to still work, but still. So, but thankfully, I'm actually off for the next 4 days. So hopefully, in addition to today and tomorrow, hopefully Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be able to have even more Madden 25 content. During this stretch, I'm hoping to finish this rebuild for the Jaguars. Now, obviously, if y'all have been following this series, a couple episodes ago, we did get all the way to the Super Bowl, but we didn't win it. But we have made some changes to the coaching staff. That's right. I brought in Mike Tomlin to be our new head coach. I decided to keep my offensive and defensive coordinators, mainly because I didn't really see anything else that was bigger or better out there. But Tomlin has a lot of talents and staff modifications on his in his tree and everything like that, and the Steelers fired him. So you know what? Let me bring some of that here, mainly because of the fact that this. I just feel like that this team needs a boost on the defensive side of the ball. We did make a few moves in free agency, hopefully to help that, but overall, I just felt like it was time for a change because we went from a Super Bowl team to last year. We didn't even make the playoffs. We did finish with a winning record of 9-8, but that's not good enough. Hopefully this season we can get back to the playoffs and we can get back to our winning ways. Or else this rebuild might start to go south like the Seattle Seahawks one did in Madden 24 that you guys saw me do. But anyway, here goes our roster for season number 4. We got Trevor Lawrence still at quarterback. Jalen Milroe is still going to back him up. I'm still keeping him on as the backup. And Ungale is still backing him up as well. Halfback-wise, we got Etienne. And look who else we got to join him. Nick Chubb was a free agent. He was a free agent. We restructured some contracts of players, and we just thought, and I say, you know what, let's just bring in Nick Chubb on a 1-year deal. Because we had so many injuries at the running back position a few years back. Why not bring Nick Chubb in? Nobody else is picking him up. And then again, he's an 80 overall, which is not pretty bad for free agent running back. We still have Robinson. We still have Jeremiah Love, Antonio Brown, and Antario Brown, Hayden, and Maccabee. Alec Ingold is our new starting fullback, 77 overall. Wide receiver-wise is still the same. We have Christian Kirk. Brian Thomas is now our new receiver number 2. We had to let some guys go. Trey Harris has been with us for a couple of seasons. I'm hoping for a breakout season with him as receiver number 3. I did sign Sky Moore, the former Chief, to bring in and help us out at the receiving core. Carnell Tate is entering his second year, 75 overall. I'm hoping there's more progression there. We still have Washington, we have Golden, and we have Robinson. Tight end-wise, we still have Evan Ingram, one of the best. I signed Daniel Bellinger to be the backup for him. We still have Terrence Ferguson, who we drafted a few years ago. Left tackle is still Cameron Robinson, 82 overall. Foster, 72. 74, Ryan Bates was one of our free agent acquisitions. Carter and Lillibridge is left guard. Center, Ryan Kelly, we signed this year in free agency, 87 overall center. So on the offensive line, we're getting better there. We got an 82, 74, 87, 75 for Burford. I really couldn't do too much upgrading with the rest of the offensive line. And we got an 80 Anton Harrison. And Mason Murphy is a 67. I was hoping that he would be developed more by this point out of USC, but still holding it a 67 overall. Trayvon Walker, 84 overall. We have Kelby Collins backing him up. We drafted a year ago out of Florida. Hines Allen, 92 overall. 67 Miles Cole. So we got a 84 and a 92 on the defensive end. Defensive tackles, we got a 83 overall Deron Payne, one of our big free agent signings this offseason to really help our defensive line because we lost some guys there. DJ Reader is 75 overall, and we have Otis 63 overall. Left outside linebacker, I'm still going to go with Styles again this season, but we did bring in Alfonso Bass was our rookie that we drafted. I'm pretty sure he was our first-round pick. Yeah, he was. 74 overall. Middle linebacker, Devin Lloyd, 86. Justin Smith, 60. Right outside linebacker, we still have Locum, 82. And we have Jake Green, who's 65. So linebacking core-wise, we got a 74, 86, 82. And then corner-wise, we still have Tyson Campbell in here, 84 overall. I signed Jalen Watson, one of our other free agent signings, 81 overall. 77, Kobe Bryant. 75, Jerry Jones. Avion Terrell is 68 overall. And we have Mitch Jett, who's 67. So corner-wise, I'm hoping that Kobe Bryant is ready to take the next step. We drafted him a few years back. He fits the scheme. Hopefully he's primed for a breakout season. Free safety, we still have Cisco. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren was one of our picks from a year ago. He's up to a 76. He's going to back him up. I signed Juan Thornhill for veteran purpose, and we have Lindsey Barrett, a rookie we drafted. Devin Northrup is going to be our starting safety, 75 overall. He was a rookie we drafted. I couldn't really find any upgrades in free agency better than him, so I decided to go with the 75 rookie. We got a 74 Von Bell, and we got a 72 Jack Harrell. Cam Little's our kicker, 77, and Tommy Townsend is the punter, 80 overall. So roster-wise, I feel like that we made some improvements in some spots on the defense, but we still have a lot of young guys starting that are in the 70s. So that is concerning. I was really hoping to get the offensive line all to be at least in the 80s this season. But if we can't have another good year this year in the first year of Mike Tomlin's first year, maybe next year will be the year. But we will see. I'm just hoping that we don't have another season where we take additional steps back and it makes it even harder to get back into the playoffs. Because right now, that's where I'm sitting at right now. And we won our first preseason game against the Bears. We played the Lions this week. We beat them. And we play the Giants to wrap up the preseason. Let's go ahead and cycle through this. And we lost our final preseason game, but we got to cut 9 players. I want to see if at this particular time there's any free agents out there who could help us out at certain positions. So Brandon Stevens is a corner out here who's 84 overall. 80 overall corner. And I'm actually going to go ahead and sign him on a 1-year deal because I think we still need some help at the cornerback spot. We have some young guys there, but I feel like we still need additional help. Tyler Lockett's out there as well, a 78 overall receiver. We can go get him. But I don't feel like any of these guys, including maybe Cortland Sutton, would really be too much of a drastic improvement. We don't really need any help at linebacker. The highest tackle is Mike McGlinchey, who's a 77. That doesn't really help us very much. So I think that corner was the only guy, Stevens, that I think could really help us out in terms of with getting better in just through free agency. And trading is sometimes hard during the season because the trade block doesn't really have a lot of big-name guys that can really help you out very much. So it's better to just try free agency, see if you can do anything there, and just roll forward from there. All right, so as far as running backs, we have a lot of guys at running backs. So I'm going to roll with I'm actually going to cut Brown as well. I'm going to roll with 3 backs because we have, of course, Nick Chubb, who's down to a 79, but still very serviceable as running back number 2. Robinson, I'm going to move him to practice squad. Golden, I'm going to move him to practice squad as well. I think I want to keep all those guys, the rest of those guys active if I possibly can. We have 3 tight ends. I want to keep all of them active. Left guard, Hillebridge. I know he's a rookie. I'm going to risk putting him on practice squad. Centers, we don't have depth here. We do have depth at right guard. Kilty, I'm going to move him to practice squad. Right tackle, we don't have really depth there. We don't have really depth on the defensive line or defensive ends. We have 3D tackles, so I can't put any of those guys on practice squad or cut anybody from there. Linebacker-wise, we don't have depth, so we don't have a lot of depth, so we're going to have to keep that probably the way that it is. I'm going to go ahead and put Mitch Jett on practice squad. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. And Terrell, I'm going to risk putting him on practice squad. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. All right. So we'll go ahead and get ready for week 1 of the regular season. Let's see if any of our guys got picked up from the practice squad. Okay, so nobody did, so that's pretty good. Okay, so draft class. Let me see about, did I have a local file that was 2028 or no? I probably didn't. No, I don't. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to go download a class, select from the download center. Let's see, is there a 2028 draft class that's somewhere in here? Draft 2028. Okay, so there we go. I think they finally fixed this patch where you can download the draft classes and there's no issues. So I think they finally fixed that. So Madden finally fixed it. Good. I don't really know any of these guys. Nico Ilamala? I feel like that guy's whatever, okay. It looks familiar, but I don't know. Wait, this is not the 20. Okay. I gotta fix something. Download from download center. Yeah, because that's not the right class. 2025, 2027, 2020. And that says 2028, but that's search by keywords. Draft class. Okay, this one says 20. No, that says 2018. Anything say 2028 here? Ooh. Maybe nobody's made one of these yet. It's 2030. I don't need that one. Okay, this says 2028, but is this the same one? Better not be. Is it the same one? Okay, it looks like it is. Import local file. Okay, no, it'll work. Okay. Download from download center. Search. Okay, let me just search 2028. Let's see if that comes up. See if anything comes up. Because that's the year of the draft that we're going into now. AD. This is a different file. Okay. Okay, this is new. David Sanders Jr., Underwood, Griffin, Miles. Okay. Okay, so this is a different group of guys. I don't know who any of these guys are, but in the last class, I saw Arch Manning was there, and we've already been through the draft that he would be projected to be in. So had to get that fixed. So I got that fixed. Okay, so we got the proper, I guess, best projected rookies this far out that this Madden, that the draft class possibly could predict. So we're going to go with that, and we're gonna get ready for week 1 of the regular season. First things first, I want to see if we have anybody injured to start off the season. We have a quad strain for Aloakun, so our starting right outside linebacker is going to miss the first game of the year against the Patriots. We're going into the year 83 overall across the board, so we're a respectable team, but I just worry that we could be struggling. Last year we started out okay. I think we were like 3-3 or something like that, or maybe 4-3, but then we lost a bunch of games in a row, and then we just really struggled to win. So we'll see where we're at for 2027. Whoa, 7-0, undefeated. Let's go. That is the way that I wanted to start out this season. Wow, 7-0. Let's take a look at our schedule and see how we've been doing. Let's take a look at the team schedule here. So we beat the Patriots by 6. We barely beat the Colts. We only beat the Bengals by 4. beat the Falcons by 10 in our first decisive win of the season. We barely beat the Dolphins by 3, beat the Saints by 3, beat the Texans on the road by 11. So a lot of these games have actually been pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that we've won this season have been determined by one possession. Well, starting out 7-0 is a good launching pad, but it doesn't mean anything if we lose like 8, 10 games in a row. I mean, that would be disastrous. As far as the standings in the AFC South, of course, we are at the top of the division, and we actually have the number 1 seed in the AFC right now, of course, being undefeated in 7-0. The Texans are 5-2. Colts are 3-4, who we play this week, and the Titans are 1-6. So it looks like the Titans won't really be a threat to the division race this year. The Texans look like they still might be competitive, but we're undefeated at 7-0. We do play the Colts and Titans in the next couple weeks. We've got 2 divisional games back-to-back. We did just beat the Texans, so probably don't play them until later in the year. So hopefully we can keep this up against the Colts, starting out the year 7-0. But, hey, that's a good way to start. And look at that, 8-0. So we beat the Colts, and not only did we beat them, we crushed them by 3 touchdowns. Maybe Mike Tomlin is the answer. He might be the reason for why this team is good, the best team in the NFL. If we don't go deep in the playoffs, so that should tell you where we rank. I'm going to go with that. I mean, starting out the year 8-0 is pretty impressive. I did not think this was in the cards for this season. So maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year that we can, get this all put together and we can go on a run. But we'll see. I mean, we went on a run a couple of years ago to get the Super Bowl, but we didn't finish the job, mostly because of injuries. Speaking of injuries, I want to see if we have anybody hurt, because based on the fact that we're 8-0, I think the only thing that can derail this team is injuries. And right now we have no injuries. We have no significant injuries right now, so that's good. All right, so let me take a look at whose contracts are up and who's ready to negotiate. Minus $23 million. What the? Oh, my God. We can't do anything. Oh, my God. Why are we in the hole? Like, what is going on? Why are we in the red? We have $97.1 million. Let me see what the salaries are looking like. Is it because we roll over from 2026? Caps. Okay, so here it says cap space. We have $8 million. Can we restructure contracts at this point? Wow, I guess we can't. So did restructuring those contracts not even help us at all? Is it the reason we're in the negative? Is that what's wrong? Jeez. Wow. Okay, well, based on that, let me just try to see if we can do anything. We probably can't. I mean, which of these guys do I even really want to think about bringing back? Actually, truth be told, one of these guys, maybe Cam Robinson for 1 more year. Additional funds can be made available via contract restructuring in the offseason re-signing week. Okay, so we can't even restructure contracts now at this point of the season. So we're just going to have to wait till the offseason if we need another offseason to do anything to fix the team. But I'll look at things in the short term. We started out the year 8-0. We're playing the 1-7 Titans this week. We can go as high as we want, it looks like. And we won again. We beat the Titans by 27 points. So we're rolling. We're still undefeated. We still have the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Texans are 6-2, but they're still, of course, a couple of games back. So things are looking pretty good for us right now. I got a feeling that the Mike Tomlin signing might have been the factor, because he had so much of that talent listed like in his, in the coaching screen and everything, that I feel like that was something that really helped that out and gives him an added boost. So you need a good coach to, rebuild a team and, be consistent, in my opinion, with the franchise mode. All right. So we're playing the 4-5 Jets this week. Hopefully this isn't the first week that we get an L. And it is. So our undefeated season comes to an end. We lose to the Jets by 3. But we still have a number 1 seed in the AFC. But the Texans are 2 games back from us. We played one more game than them. And we actually play the Texans after we play the Chiefs this week. We're 8-2, and they're pretty good. So these next couple of weeks could very well determine what kind of playoff seeding we have going into this postseason. Because it's looking like we're going to definitely make the postseason. And we beat the Chiefs by 4, so we get a big win there. And we play the Texans this week. They are 7-3. We, of course, are 10-1. If we beat them this week, probably a lock that we will win the AFC South this year. But can we get it done? And we beat the Texans. So we have all but clinched the division, which is good. So we're going to make the playoffs this year. There's no question about that. I guess the real question is, can we hold on to the number 1 seed? Because if we do, we got a bye week. We don't have to play until the divisional round, which would be a big plus for us. So yeah. So we got the Bills this week. They're 8-3. They're pretty good too. So we're still playing some pretty tough teams down the stretch here. Going into the bye week, and we beat the Bills by 6. So we are still in very good shape. We finally have our bye week. And according to that X, we've clinched the playoff. We've clinched the playoff berth. We haven't clinched the division yet, but probably 1-2 more weeks, we'll have the AFC South locked up as the division leaders, which is very key. And fortunately, we haven't had any injuries so far this season. Our team has been able to stay pretty much healthy, which is a big plus for us because we got to be looking ahead to the postseason here. As a matter of fact, the playoff picture right now has us, of course, the number 1 seed. Cowboys have the number 1 seed, so if everything stays true, we could be on a collision course to face Dallas again in the Super Bowl and get our revenge. We've got Bengals, Texans, Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens, Falcons, Panthers, Packers, Giants, Rams, Vikings. So that's the way things are looking like on the NFC side of things. We have some staff points to spend. We got 19 points. I think we can spend some of these, maybe in the player personnel area. 16 points here. I think we can use. Can we not use that? Oh, we can't do that. Oh, okay. Okay, so we can upgrade that. All right. So we upgrade some stuff on the player personnel side. That's good. Okay. Let me check the negotiation screen and see if we're still minus $23 million. So that's not good. Maybe during the offseason we'll see that go up out of the negative. Okay then. So we're off the bye week now. We're playing the 6-7 Seattle Seahawks. We're gonna win this week. How many more games left? And we beat the Seahawks. We're 13-1. We beat the Seahawks by 7. And we are getting ready to face the Panthers, who are 8-6. So they're kind of getting a little bit better over there in Carolina. And we won again. So not only that, some of these games we're winning are by pretty comfortable margins. So we're looking pretty good. So Titans this week, they're 3-12. At this point, we're kind of just trying to finish out the stretch. If I was able to control every game, I'd probably rest our guys. But I mean, we lost by 4 in that game, so I don't think it's that too much, worth or anything like that. Titans can celebrate that. That was their Super Bowl essentially. We still have the number 1 seed in the AFC, so that's good. The only team that looks like they're capable of catching us was the Bengals, but with only 1 game left, I don't think with only 1 game left in the regular season, they're not capable of nobody is capable right now of overtaking us for the number 1 seed in the AFC, which is pretty good. So we're going to be the number 1 seed going into the playoffs, which is really good. Something I kind of didn't expect. Ryan Kelly's out for 1 week with a high ankle sprain, but hey, we got our playoff spot locked up. We're playing a 2-14 Bucs team this week. Even if we lose, we'll still be okay going into the postseason. Main thing right now is to be healthy going into the playoffs, and we actually beat the Bucs by 13 points. So we're heading into the playoffs. We actually have a bye week this week. All right, so let's take a look at the playoff bracket for year number 4. So we've got the Bengals as the number 2 seed taking on the Texans. We've got the Bills taking on the Jets, and we've got the Chiefs taking on the Ravens. Of course, the Jaguars have the bye week. So do the Dallas Cowboys. So could be a year where we once again face them in the Super Bowl, and hopefully we get a chance to get our revenge. But we got to make it there first. Packers play the Bears, and the Panthers play against the Eagles, and the Seahawks against the Giants. So that is wild card round for this year in the postseason. Let's go ahead and advance, and let's see who we are going to be facing in the divisional round. And we're going to be facing our division rival Texans. So let's check out Wild Card Weekend. The Texans beat the Bengals on the road in an upset. Once again, Texans getting the better of the Bengals going back to the early 2010s. Some of y'all remember those matchups. The Bills beat the Jets by 1 point. So pulling that one out of a hat. And the Ravens go on the road to Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs in their building. So we're going to play the Texans this week, and the Bills are going to play the Ravens in the AFC divisional round. NFC side, the Bears went on the road and beat the Packers. The Panthers beat the Eagles, and the Giants upset the Seahawks in Seattle. So it's Giants, Panthers, Cowboys, Bears in the NFC divisional playoff. So pretty interesting matchups. So here we go. Getting ready to play our first playoff game of the season. We got the division rival Texans coming to play us here in Jacksonville. This is the best regular season we have had in the rebuild. But we got to play our best football to advance. We got to do that against our division rival Texans. Can't let up. I'm hoping this is the year. This is the year that we put it all together. We put a great team on the field when I myself had a lot of questions about how good this team could be. So now we got to finish the job, and then we got to do it next week and then the following week. Just got to win 3 more games, and we will have completed this rebuild. I'm guessing D'Amico Ryans is still their head coach. There he is, Mike Tomlin, the new head coach of the Jaguars, has turned this franchise around in a big way. Big time. Best record in the AFC, best record in the league, I think. And here we are playing our first home playoff game. And we got to get it done. Right, we got a 3rd down and 6 here on our opening drive.
Let's get into the action. Lawrence.
Here we go. First down, hauled in by Brian Thomas.
It's a scoreless game right now in the first quarter, but that might be about to change. This offense
2nd and 6
in the red zone.
Ingram, make that play. Make that play, Ingram. Let's go. Let's go. Now we're inside the 10-yard line. Got a 1st and goal at the 4. Let's win the ball a little bit. See if Etienne can get in here. Oh, couldn't get the block on the outside, and we lost 3 yards. I didn't do the best job of following the blockers that time, I'll admit it, but didn't really get any help on the outside, so come on, Ferguson. Touchdown, Ferguson, our rookie from a few years ago. Young backup tight end, in for 6, 7-0. Texans do come back with a touchdown drive of their own. But we've got another good drive going as well. We got a 2nd down and 8. Ferguson open again. There we go, 1st down. Makes the move, and he's inside the 5. Let's go. All right, let's see if we can try to run this one in this time. We called this play last time in the red zone. and it didn't work. That time it does. We got the blocking we wanted, and ETN is in for 6. Got the lead back on the Texans. Big-time stuff there. All right. Back on offense. Defense once again made a stop. We can go 2 minutes here. We have 3 timeouts, 1:58 to go, 3rd and 8. We got to convert this to keep hopes alive of scoring again. Thomas, get free, get free! He's open. All right. I probably could have gone for more yards, but I wanted to preserve some of the clock, so I stepped out of bounds. So far, Trevor Lawrence is playing great.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Kirk, break away from him. Touchdown, Christian Kirk. We're in the end zone again. Let's go. Beautiful. Didn't even need to use a timeout on that possession. All right, 3rd and 12. Playing defense for the first time in this game. At least I'm controlling it. In the 3rd quarter, we're down to 12. Get off the field. Walker gets in there for the sack. Let's go. Big-time defensive play.
Let's see what this defense
Texans are threatening again. It's 1st and 10. 4:44 in the 3rd. Here we go. Break around. Okay. All right, he only gained 1 yard. That's okay. Had to fight through that one to make the play, but they got it. I don't know who their running back is. It's definitely not Joe Mixon. It looks like they still have C.J. Stroud, which is still dangerous. 3rd and 12. Force the tackle for loss. Big play right there. Walker got kind of jammed, and 2 guys were blocking him. And Stroud forced to throw the ball away, incomplete. Force a field goal. We'll take that. All right, so the Texans do get a field goal to trim it to 4. Hopefully we can get another offensive possession. We can still score on this one.
A big play coming up for this
2 minutes left in the 3rd. Under 2 minutes, actually. ETN get the first. There we go. First down, ETN. Let's go. 4 yards so far for him. So running game's been, coming in spurts, but not like dominating. All right, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're up 21-17 on the Texans. Got a good drive going. We just got to go finish this off. Got to finish it off in the 4th quarter, and we'll be in the AFC Championship game again.
Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
I realized it was actually 3rd and 10, so I need a chance to play.
Here's Lawrence.
Oh, I thought maybe I could sneak past him, but I couldn't. All right, well, it's 4th and 8. They'll let us kick a 43-yard field goal. Let's do that.
Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to
it's up by 7 again, Little. There we go. All right, so we do get a field goal to go up by 7 again. Not entirely what I was hoping for, but it looks like our defense made a stop. We're back on offense. It's not 2 minutes yet, but we're getting close. We got a chance to kind of ice this thing now. Oh, man. I got cut down so quickly on that play. All right, 2-minute warning. We're up by 7. We just have to finish the drive. Even if we kick a field goal here, that's still going to make it a 10-point game. And a 2-possession will make it tough for them to come back to us. All right, ETN was able to help us out a little bit. Texans are spending their timeouts, as they should. Hopefully we can get a decent amount of yards on this run play. I don't know if we're going to go for it on 4th down, though. I'd rather just take the points if we don't get it. And we're short 4 yards. I'm just going to kick the field goal. I'm not going to get too crazy. Right, let's make this field goal and make it a 2-possession on Little. All right, Little makes it, and it's a 10-point game. So the Texans got to do a lot of work in a short amount of time in order to try to win this. Or even tie it. Up by 10 with a minute to go. We just have to play and finish this. Oh, we had the pick right there. Lloyd almost had it. And so did our rookie, 42. I'm sorry I'm forgetting his name right now, but it's what it is. But it doesn't matter. We get the win, and we are heading to the AFC Championship game. Big time. Big win. Offense, started scoring early. We did bog down a little bit, but hey, we get a 10-point win over the Texans, who were no joke, and we're on to the AFC Championship game again. So very solid. All right, let's take a look at the playoff structure. And we actually are going to be playing the Ravens this week, who are going to face us after they defeated the Bills. Of course, we defeated the Texans. On the NFC side, the Cowboys took care of business against the Bears, and the Giants beat the Panthers actually on the road. So it's Giants-Cowboys in the NFC Championship. So NFC East in the NFC Championship game. So based on that, I feel like the Cowboys are going to win. It's going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl from a couple of years back, where hopefully this time we can get our revenge. I want to go ahead and take a look at the injury report and see if we have any injured players going in the NFC Championship game. We do not. So we are fully healthy going into this game. That's another thing about this season. We've been able to stay healthy, and we haven't had any significant injuries. So here we go. AFC Championship game against the Ravens. I assume Lamar Jackson is still their quarterback. Here we go. One game away from the Super Bowl. And more importantly, another step closer to completing this rebuild.
And the road to a Super Bowl goes through Jacksonville. It's the Ravens and the Jags, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out Everbank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one.
AFC title game. John Harbaugh still the coach of the Ravens. There's Lamar Jackson trying to get his guys pumped up. But we got Mike Tomlin on the other side, who's been in big games like this before. He knows how to get to the big one. So here we go. So our defense made a stop to give us the ball early in the first quarter.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll take this.
Etienne gets 4 yards on the first play. Let's see if we can run the ball a little bit more this game. Get more of a balanced attack going.
Etienne once more.
Didn't get too much there. It's 3rd and 4. Okay.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Kirk over the middle, gets us a first down, breaks the tackle, and he's got himself up to the 43-yard line. Beautiful play.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Etienne couldn't hold on to that one, although I didn't lead him too well. I let him right into the defender.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Oh, pressure got to Lawrence. I had to just flutter that ball away.
So far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got
Ingram, let's go. What a snag. That was a great catch for a first down. Let's go. Now we got a good drive going.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Straight ahead.
Etienne on the run. Tried to make that man miss, but I couldn't quite get him. Etienne is having a great playoff so far. He's doing very well in the playoffs.
Now Lawrence.
Love having him fully healthy with a good team. There we go. Christian Kirk gets another first down. It's 1st and goal inside the 4-yard. All right. Let's cap this off with a touchdown. Get on the board. 1 yard. 1 yard. Just 1 yard. Come on, finish it off, Etienne. Come on. Etienne, 6. All right. Score to take the lead. That's what we want to do. All right, here come the Ravens. Lamar's got a good drive going for them as well. So we can make a stop here, force the field goal.
Again, Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Lloyd makes the tackle, doesn't get the first, but he's still got 4 yards
there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Newcomb coming off the edge here. We get a stop for loss. Trayvon Walker. He's been everywhere.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3rd and 10.
Play action. Now Jackson steps
Oh, no. Don't let him escape. There we go. Great tackle, Lloyd. Or, who was that? I don't know who that was. 32. Stevens. Great tackle, Stevens. Perfect. So now we just got to force a field goal. I really thought Lamar Jackson had a chance to break that tackle, and if he did, he was probably going to get the first, but he didn't. So that could be potentially a big early possession, limiting them from getting in for a touchdown. But it looks like we might have turned the ball over, and they got a short field right now. So that's not good.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
It was a pick. They announced it's a set. So Lawrence threw an interception, unfortunately, and now the Ravens got a chance to atone for what they did on the last possession, which was nothing. Well, it was a field goal. Still. It really took more, of course. Oh, my God. He got the first time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Flag, that's a false start. Wow, surprised that's called. Well, not surprised that was called. I'm surprised they did that. The delay of game, yeah.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game.
All right, so that makes it 1st and goal at the 9. So that drove them back a little bit. Not very much, but still, mistakes, you don't want to be making those in the AFC Championship game. Okay, well, they gained 7 of those yards, so I'm getting close. I don't know who they're running. This looks like a new guy. All right, I'm actually going to do a blitz here. Gamble a little bit. Try to stop the running back. There we go. All right, 2-minute warning. It's still a 7-3 game. The Ravens are knocking on the door, though. They got a chance to take the lead before the half, potentially on this play. I just feel like this is something with Lamar Jackson. He's going to do some kind of run. So I want to send guys his way. And we stop him short of the goal line, even though it was a run by the running back. Now it's 4th and goal. Are they going to go for it? No, they're going to kick the field goal. They're going to be safe. All right, cool. I probably should have called a timeout there, but we still have all 3 of them. We have over a minute if we want to get more points. So that was a big defensive possession. After we threw the interception, we held them to another field goal, kept them out of the end zone. That was big. All right, so we had a chance to go 2 minutes here. If we get some kind of points here, that'd be huge.
Crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw.
Great throw, Lawrence. Great throw. Brian Thomas, get out of bounds. Beautiful. Just the kind of play we needed to start the drive. That's a Kickstarter right there if I've ever seen it.
And take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football.
ECN couldn't make the grab. I threw it a little bit too late, but Christian Kirk was pretty well covered, so I didn't want to risk throwing it into a crowd.
Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
That was almost another pick.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Lawrence going to throw again.
Something here. Go Kirk, there we go. Break the tackle. All right, call timeout. What a great catch. First down. Beautiful. 47 seconds. So that's plenty of time here.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Oh, Kirk's going to hold on to it. Hold on to the ball, Kirk. Come on, man. You should hold on to that ball.
Back to throw again.
No, Harris. Oh.
This time he's got the hook up.
I got a call time there.
Now the Jags are the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Trying to keep the drive in. Dancing to his left.
Run, Trevor, run. Dive! Trevor Lawrence on the scramble for the touchdown. Got a little bit risky there, but we... pretty big to end the half because Getting more points, and it'd be 7 instead of 3, makes that gap a little bit tougher for Baltimore. Did ETN get it? Yeah, he did. Okay, he barely got it, but he did.
Time to jump back in. Opening
We score a touchdown here. That would really help us out.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Again, does make a grab, gain 6 yards. Let's run it.
Here now, 2nd and 4. That gain brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun.
Oh, pressure came right up there, and I couldn't get rid of it in time. Well, I wanted more than that. Ooh, the noise too. Ooh. You know what? I'm not going to risk that.
Turned up the pressure. That's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
I'm not going to risk it. We're going to kick a field goal.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3 from the left hash and chip.
Coach wanted us to go for it, but I don't want to risk it yet.
Extend their lead here.
Trio. Thank you for the comment, man.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Put it over the middle.
And one more time, here's Kirk. And they're going to have this
First down, Christian Kirk. And the Ravens got the lead back, so this is a pretty big possession for us.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
Good job, Ingram. It's going to get to the 2-minute warning, so... Or not. Did he get out of bounds? I guess he did. Okay, they marked him out. All right, I didn't know that.
This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Okay, now it's a 2-minute warning. We're down by 4. We scored a touchdown here, we can win. I actually did not see that the Ravens scored 2 times before we got anything, before we got the ball back.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Hurt.
That's going to be caught.
Here we go, get out of bounds.
And he's going to get out of bounds.
We have all 3 timeouts left still, so I'm not going to get too crazy about burning all those yet.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
Ellinger, back up, tight end, decent game. Okay, I'm gonna take my time just a little bit here, so that way we don't leave them with well over a minute to try to score. And I just did that. ETN gets in for 6, but oof. Well, as long as they let us take control on defense, we got a shot. Oh. Great deflection, Campbell. That was a big play we needed. He was open. Campbell, great defensive play.
Jackson to throw.
Okay, just make the tackle. Make that play. All right, make them burn their timeouts. They have 2 of them left.
One of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Jackson.
Oh! You had it! Watson! It was right there! But still, it's 4th down. This is it for them. We stopped them here, game's over. But that was the game right there, Watson. You had it. That's an interception. The game's over. And now it is over. Devin Lloyd comes through with the interception. And we're going to go to the Super Bowl again. Whew. This was a tough matchup. Ravens still have 2 timeouts left. They're going to use it. But all we got to do is run the football. We're going to go back to the Super Bowl.
But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with
ETN. Put this game on ice. Woo-hoo-hoo, give him the moves. Over 100 yards for the day for ETN. They just burned their final timeout. Now we just got to take knees, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl again.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
We're on our way to the Super Bowl again, and it looks like, barring a crazy upset, looks like we'll be facing off against Dallas. My Cowboys, to try to redeem ourselves from what happened 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. But bringing in Mike Tomlin, I think, really made the difference for us this year. Led us to the best record in the AFC. We were one of the best teams in the NFL this year. It was a tough-fought game against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens in the AFC Championship game, but we're headed to the Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So we will see who it is in the Super Bowl. Got a feeling it's the Cowboys again. But let's see. Yep, it is. We're going to be taking on the Cowboys in the Super Bowl again. They beat the Giants 41-23 in the NFC Championship game. Not going to look at the Pro Bowl roster, but check this out. We got a chance to upgrade our staff going into the Super Bowl. I want to see if we can upgrade some of our coordinators. Can't purchase that. Let's get some stuff for our offensive coordinator. All right. So we got some upgrades for Brent Perkins. Let's go ahead and advance to next week when we get ready to face the Cowboys. I want to do a little bit of scouting on their roster, and I want to see who they have. We'll check out yearly awards here in a bit. All right. So we faced the Cowboys 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. They had pretty much the same cast of characters that they had with the beginning of the roster. So who's on their team now? Of course, Dak Prescott is still their quarterback, 94 overall. This guy named Mike whatever, doesn't even have a name, a last name. He's their backup quarterback, TJ Finley from Western Kentucky, who was drafted a year ago as their third stringer. Their halfback is Judkins, who we actually faced in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. He's a 99? They got a 99 running back now. Wow. Tyrese Edwards, Austin Hendricks. Don't really know any of those guys. I'm kind of familiar with Tyrese Edwards. I don't know if he's a real LSU player or not. Their fullback is a rookie. They still have CeeDee Lamb, who's a 99 overall. Barry and Brown, okay, is their second best receiver at 87 overall. They have an 80 overall Trey Palmer from Nebraska. Okay, not really familiar with him. Jarrett and Will Pauling. Their tight end is still Jake Ferguson, who's only an 87 overall, so he's not in the 90s yet. Colin Weber's their backup tight end. He's wearing Jason Witten's old number. I would not stand for that if I was controlling this team, but it is what it is. Jake Johnson is their third-string tight end. Their left tackle is still Tyler Guyton. They still have Tyler Smith. Cooper Beebe is their center. He's an 88 overall. The left guard, Tyler Smith, is a 94 now. What's Tyler Guyton's rating? He's only an 88. Right guard is Miles Frazier. Looks like Zach Martin has retired in the last few years, so he's their starting right guard, only 79 overall. Deke Cambra is their backup. Their right tackle, Terrence Steele is still there, but he's actually their backup now. Their new starting tackle is a guy named Clark Van Buren, who's a rookie out of Penn State. Don't know if he's real or not, but he's their starting right tackle. Princely Umilian, he probably is a real player. He's their starting left end, 78 overall. I'm guessing that DeMarcus Lawrence has retired. Marshawn Nealon is still their starter at 83 overall, 92. Their defensive tackle is still Osa Diuzua. They still have Mozzie Smith. This guy Parrish is their third-string defensive tackle. Micah, 99 overall, left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker is Overshown, who's a starter now. He's up to an 81. And Mars Leofau is still the backup middle linebacker, 61 overall. Right outside linebacker, Jihad Campbell. Okay, I know who he is. So he's their new right outside linebacker, 85 overall. And Nick Jackson is their backup right outside linebacker. Cornerback, they still have Deron Bland. They got a 91 Trayvon Diggs. Duke Greenwood is their third best corner, 85. And they got 81, Kalen Carson. Drummond is their starting free safety, 82 overall. 85, Marquise Bell. Okay. And they still have Brandon Aubrey, and Brendan Kilpatrick is their punter. So a lot of the main players the Cowboys have had, looks like they still have them. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to delete some comments, some extremely rude comments by somebody by the name of Haley Vaughn. Whoever you are, please just leave, and please don't ever comment on my channel again. I don't tolerate that. Sorry. I'm glad you didn't use cuss words, but please don't do hate speech like that. The reason I sound probably the way that I do is because I'm not feeling well, so whatever. Get off my channel. Okay, so back to business. Let's check out the yearly awards. Let me see if we got anybody. So Josh Allen won the MVP. Dak Prescott won. Well, he didn't win the MVP. He finished second. Coach of the year. How about that? Our Mike Tomlin, the new coach in town, wins Coach of the Year. That is what I'm talking about. Love to see that. Love to see it. All right, AFC winners, Offensive Player of the Year goes to Keon Coleman of the Bills. Okay, that's interesting. Trevor Lawrence actually finished 10th. Defensive Player of the Year, look at that in the AFC. Josh Allen, not the quarterback, the Jaguars player. He wins Defensive Player of the Year for the AFC side. Wow. Do we have anybody else? Trayvon Walker actually finished 10th. And that's why I said that I feel like Mike Tomlin coming in as our head coach would really help us out, because he had all that stuff listed under his talent tree, and that just, I think, made so much of a difference with this defense after the struggles they had last year. Bringing in Mike Tomlin as our head coach, I think, just really helped out, because I kept the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator the same, because our offense was really starting to kind of jolt up a little bit, and Trevor Lawrence was starting to come into his own as a quarterback. We just needed a new head coach and a new voice with a defensive mind to get the best out of the talented defensive players we have, because you have guys like Josh Allen and you have guys like Devin Lloyd. You got talent. You know, you just need a coach that's going to be able to pull enough talent out to make you winners. Anyway, Offensive Rookie of the Year. No Jaguars there. Defensive Rookie of the Year. No Jaguars there. No surprise, though. Best QB. Trevor Lawrence actually finished 6th there, so that's not bad. Best running back. ETN finished 4th. Best receiver. Christian Kirk finished 5th. Best offensive lineman. Ryan Bates finished 8th for best offensive lineman. Cool. Best defensive lineman, that, of course, went to Josh Allen. And also, Trayvon Walker finished 5th. Best linebacker, no love for Lloyd, but Olakwan finished 8th. Best DB. No Jaguars there. Best kicker. Oh, Cam Little finished 6th there. Okay. So Josh Allen. So Mike Tomlin did win Coach of the Year. And we also had Josh Allen, not the quarterback, but Josh Hines Allen. He won Defensive Player of the Year for the AFC. I don't know if he won Defensive Player of the Year overall. They'll show us that in the final screen. So after the Super Bowl, win or lose. Okay. We faced this team 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. In their house and we lost. We're back 2 years later. They're better than us on paper. But we have vengeance on our minds. Let's get this win and finish the rebuild.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports.
I think this is Super Bowl 62.
Next.
Super Bowl 62, I think. I think this is the 62nd Super Bowl.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo.
And we're playing in Miami, so we didn't have to travel too far to play in the Super Bowl. We just had to go to our neighbors in Miami to play this game. But we're here at Hard Rock Stadium, so we get a chance to win the Super Bowl and complete the rebuild in the state of Florida under the lights of Hard Rock Stadium against the team who we faced 2 years ago and lost. We already got a pretty good drive going, but it is 3rd down and 5. So here we go. We have to play our best. Ingram makes the catch. It's down inside the 5. Perfect. Trevor Lawrence has been on a tear in the playoffs. And really, this whole offense has. Etienne hasn't put up gaudy numbers. I mean, he ran for over 100 yards in the AFC Championship game, but we've had a good balanced attack in the first 2 playoff games, which I really feel like has made a difference. All right, we got the ball at the 1-yard line. We can't afford to not punch this in here. All right, Etienne, 6. Let's go. Perfect way to start out the Super Bowl. But here come the Cowboys with Dak, CD, and a 99 Judkins, the former Ohio State Buckeye. Is already a 99 overall running back. But we stop him and he's still 1 yard short.
Pick up the first, a gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff as they run left side.
Is he short? No, he's not. He's just flagged. Hopefully a hold. Yes. Holding on the offense. He was on Tyler Smith. So that'll push you back. Did he catch that? Yeah, he did, but he barely got it. Okay. All right. So that was a decent pickup. He gained 7 yards back. They lost.
Prescott now.
Couldn't get there with a lower corner. I had a good rush, but couldn't get to Dak in time. That's the end of the first quarter. We're already up 7-0, but we still got a long way to go in this game. Cowboys are starting to drive, try to answer back. They want to get another Super Bowl added to their resume as well, so they're going to play hard as us. But we make the stop on 3rd down. It's 4th and 1. Tyson Campbell with a great tackle on Ferguson.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
All right, so the Cowboys get on the board with the field goal. It's 7-3. We've got another solid drive going. It's 3rd and 2. Just need to push this forward, and we've got the first. Come on, Etienne. Okay, let's pick this up. Pick this up. There we go. There we go. 1st down. Perfect. Just wanted to get the first. That's it. Make sure we get it. Looks like it's going to go high slow.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Go, Etienne.
He'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Marquise Bell in on that stop. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Ball at the 14 for
2nd and 5.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
We go. Ingram, another great catch. 1st and goal at the 2. Let's go. Let's punch this in. Keep the pressure on Dallas. Etienne is in for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Keep that up. You'll be the MVP, my man. Cowboys are starting to climb back just a little bit. We are in the third quarter. Third and 2.
Coming up in the third quarter, in this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth.
Oh, man. They rush everybody through there. Oh. I can't even hate on that too much. That was a good defensive call. But still, it's like, ugh. Got to settle for a field goal. 52 yards. Cam Little makes it. We increased our lead. But the Ravens came back against us pretty quickly. But we've got another good drive going. We got a 1st and 10. Cowboys offense starting to sputter a little bit, it looks like. They haven't been able to really... They haven't gotten to the end zone once so far. I just feel like we got to be a little bit aggressive going to the air. We can't just run the ball for the rest of the game. He's going to be in control. Nealon came with the pressure, and I just had to throw that ball away. 3rd and 7. Let's get this first.
Lawrence will throw.
Oh, man. Sacked. Diggy Zero came in there with a sack. But we got to settle for another field goal.
And his kick is good.
All right, well, we're still up 14 points, which is nice, being in the third quarter. But Dallas got another touchdown. Finally scored their first touchdown. They've broken the seal. We're only down by 7.
Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you
ETN breaks through. Wow, that was a big run right there. 28 carries, 117 rushing yards. He's got 2 touchdowns. He'll probably be the MVP of this game. Win it. 2nd and 1. Let's keep giving it to him.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
They're going to start burning their timeouts. It's 1st and 10. Still got to go through the 2-minute warning, but yeah, the blocking was beautiful. Our run game has been spectacular all game long. It's been big.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence.
Out route to Ferguson.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's let this thing go down to the 2-minute warning.
Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there.
If we can let it trickle down.
His tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
All right, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes till we win the Super Bowl, and 2 minutes. 2 minutes until I complete this rebuild. I did not think this was the year that we were going to have a chance to complete it. But here we are, trying to get revenge against the team that beat us a couple of years ago in the Super Bowl. 2 minutes away. He didn't quite get there. No, he didn't. He actually got shoved backwards.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively.
Clock is moving, which is good. If we get this first down, I think it's over. I'm going to take my time. Come on, run it. Get the first. There we go, first down. That's the nail in the coffin. That is the nail in the coffin. They have no more timeouts left. Let's just take these, and let's finish off the rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's take a knee.
40 seconds as they take the knee.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out.
So this game wasn't really a high offensive showdown. Our defense played well and kept the Cowboys from really scoring at will like they did last year, like they did 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. I mean, first year we didn't make the playoffs. Second year we got to the Super Bowl. Third year we missed out. 4th year, we made it back here again with a roster I felt like was improved, but we just needed a new coach. And we did it with a new coach in Mike Tomlin.
The Super Bowl champions, they etched their name
The Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild has been completed.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. That actually gave me chills.
So first rebuild of Madden 25 is complete. But there will be more. Like I said, I'm trying to rebuild teams that I did not rebuild in Madden last year, so I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. The Jaguars weren't really a bad team that needed an overhaul like the Patriots and all that, but I rebuilt the Patriots last year in Madden. They relatively had the same roster. Only difference is that now you got Drake May there as the full franchise future at quarterback. There's another team that I think is going to be the next rebuild. It's a team I did not rebuild in last year's Madden. It's a team I rebuilt a couple of Maddens ago, but it was under a different set of circumstances. So y'all may know what direction I'm going with for the next rebuild or what team I'm going with, but y'all got to wait till the next episode. Like I said, fortunately, I'm off of work through Thursday, so there'll probably be plenty of more Madden content. I am going to try to work on the Dallas Cowboys rebuild. I may bring y'all another video of that series tonight, later on after I have dinner, but y'all will see sooner rather than later. But first things first, before we put a bow on this rebuild, let's take a look at the season recap. And so the Defensive Player of the Year overall did go to Josh Hines-Allen of us, the Jaguars. And the MVP of the Super Bowl was Travis Etienne. And there's all the award winners, including Coach of the Year, going to Mike Tomlin, who led the Jaguars to their first ever Super Bowl championship. I think that was the main difference in the rebuild in year 4. Getting Mike Tomlin as our head coach really push us over the edge. And hey, he's now won his 3rd championship in his years of coaching the NFL. He won 2 with the Steelers, and actually, you know what? It's only is it only 2? Actually, it is only 2 because 20th Super Bowl they lost, but finally he gets a team back to the Super Bowl and they win it. So that's the way things ended. But let's check out the retirements. I want to see if we had anybody from the Jaguars retire as champions. Looks like we had a couple of Tunzel and Stephon Diggs retired. Okay, Grady Jarrett retired. Cooper Kupp retired. Ooh, he was with the Seahawks? Wow, I didn't know that. Must have finished his career in Seattle. Ramchak. So it looks like we did have a few guys retire. It looks like Ryan Kelly, our new center we acquired, did retire. Who else retired? He's the only one who retired. So Ryan Kelly, the former Colt, we brought in a familiar division face, and he's going to retire after 12 years, and he's retiring as a champion. So Godspeed, Ryan Kelly. Thank you for helping us win the Super Bowl this year. And that is going to do it. Going into this offseason, we don't have a lot of money to spend with anyway, so I think it's kind of appropriate that the rebuild is ending. But took 4 parts to do this rebuild and finish it. Normally, this is about how many live streams it takes me to finish a team's rebuild and how many seasons it takes. But that is going to do it for the Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild. Thank you all for everybody who's left comments, who's watched this series. We are going to continue rebuilds. I'm going to pick up the Cowboys rebuild tonight, most likely, and tomorrow maybe later in the day, I may begin a new rebuild with a new team. Y'all will find out soon who that is. I got a team in mind that doesn't necessarily have the worst roster in the NFL or anything like that, but they are in need of a rebuild and they need a new leader. So that's what I'm going to be going with for the next team that I choose to rebuild. There will be some more rebuilds on this channel. But thank you all for checking out the live stream, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.